That was good. Louisa, you were on a roll. And yes, I'm going to say thank you to Jody, too. And I'm going to say Jody and Louisa and the Let's Talk About School Food group invited me to one of their meetings back in January before it snowed. And we had a great discussion looking at school food. I think it was a wonderful piece back and forth about what is the whole world of school food. I must tell all here that they've been very good students and have learned a lot in the last 5 years. So I would give you an A, but both of you an A for what you've been able to accomplish and learn in the school nutrition world. And really thank you for supporting the school nutrition world and understanding that it is a complex piece, and bringing this group together and having this conference with collaboration with Harvard University to be able to say that we need to, as it says in kind of the promotional materials for this event, we all care about food. We all want children to have good food in school, but what makes it so difficult? And I think part of the difficult challenge is that we all come to food from a different way. Food is a very emotional piece in our life. We remember certain occasions in our lives, our personal lives, about what we had on a particular meal. I can remember what I had my graduation night when I graduated from Cambridge High and Latin School down the street. So you can reach back to certain things in life, and there are pieces that every day are a part of who we are. I have a colleague in another state, and we were sharing the challenges of school nutrition, and he said one day, he said, you know, think about this. If you went to your favorite restaurant every Saturday night, 52 weeks of the year, and then you go 180 days of the year back to the same spot, what happens to your sense and your peace to your favorite restaurant after you've gotten through 185 days or 180 days that you've gone back and had the same environment? So we need to keep the school nutrition program fresh. We need to keep it ongoing and make our partners. And I have to say that folks in Massachusetts have certainly stepped up to the plate as far as making partners. Everyone in this room kind of touches school nutrition in a different way. And a great piece is that I think the folks that have coordinated the meeting today have really reached out to all of those different folks. So I thank parents that are in the room that provide the feedback to school nutrition directors. I know many times I've spoken to parents which say they look as the school nutrition program as to be a key piece to provide nutrition during the day to their children. I said, have you spoken with the school nutrition director? I didn't know we had one. So, and then there's a relationship that I usually bring up my list and say, contact so-and-so. More than probably 80% of the time, I would say I get a call back from that parent saying, that was such an educational piece. They really, really work hard. I want to be able to help them. And I think it's for school nutrition to find a way, which way parents and students and others in your school community can help you, as well as going out beyond just the small spot of what your school community is. A number of schools have opened up pantries. Food pantries in high school setting is not an unusual thing to find now in schools. It's rather sad, but it's also one of those pieces that supports our children in school. We have the backpack program. We have support from food pantries and shelters across the Commonwealth to support families. So for us to look at the full breadth of food and education is quite a tale for all of us to tell. And I think listening today, reaching out like Louisa had indicated to others, making a new friend is probably a piece that you want to do today. And I thank Jody and Louisa and Let's Talk About School Food and Harvard University for bringing this together. So we serve over 500,000 students in Massachusetts schools. There are 1 million students in the schools. I'm going to challenge school nutrition directors. We need to kind of increase that piece. So with that, keep your thinking hats on today. You've got homework at the end of the day to see what other relationships you're going to need to establish and perhaps change and improvement to your programs. So have a great day, and I'll be around and about.